Hello engineers, in this video we are going to discuss about the how to connect MPCB with single phase induction motor so that your single phase induction motor can be protected. You will have seen that we use MPCB with three-phase induction motor. We also use the OLR, that is overload relay. Okay, but in this video we will discuss about the how to connect MPCB with single phase induction motor. We will learn it step by step in this video. Here is your contactor, the red and blue one we have given the line and neutral, and here I have single phase induction motor. Okay, and this one is my MPCB and which we will use here, and here we have two NO/NC push button, okay, which will be used to on the contactor, right? And here I have made one loop, okay, with the terminal block. That loop will be connected to your push button, which will be used for the controlling. Okay, what we will do here, you can see in your contactor, this contactor has a coil of 220 volt. Okay, so what we will do here, from here you will take neutral and you will connect that neutral to the A2. You can also connect that neutral to the A1, but we will connect here with A2. Okay, I'll just show you here how we make this connection. Okay, just I am losing it. Then here you can see that I am just connecting it with your neutral. Okay, so here you can see that I'll connect it with here. Okay, as I'll connect it with here, so what will happen that I am providing the direct neutral to my contactor. Okay, and line we can control with the help of our push button, right? So we have to hold our contactor. Okay, what is it means, we will discuss it later. Now what we will do, we will do the connection with the line, or here you can see with your A1 what we will do, we will make one loop. Okay, here you can see in the terminal block we have taken one line wire, and that line wire we will make one loop, and that loop will be connected to the A1. Finally it will goes to the A1 and that will make your one loop. Now I'll connect my one line wire to the terminal block, and from the terminal block what I'll do, I'll connect that line with the input of your NC push button. Okay, that's I'll do here, and here you can see that I have done, connection has been done. You can see here, so here you can see the connection from the NC output, it is given into the NO input. Okay, now from the output of the NO I'll make one loop to the A1. Okay, that's I was saying earlier. So here your loop will be connected. Here you can see that I have made that loop. Here I'll just show you here. See here, that loop has been connected to the A1 from the NO output. That loop has been made, right? Now here your contactor connection has been done, but here you can see one thing, if I press the NO push button, so what will happen that it will on, but as I will remove my hand, so my finger, so what will happen that it will close because there is no holding. So what I will do, I will provide the holding to my contactor. Okay, let's see how to do that. So to provide the holding, what we will do, we will use the NO terminal of the contactor. If in your contactor the NO terminal is not available, then you can use the auxiliary block which provide the extra NO/NC terminal, right? Now here what we will do, here you can see that, so the best way to use the NO terminal for holding for contactor, what we do, we connect the NO push terminal, okay, NO push button terminal with contactor NO terminal in parallel, by which we can provide the holding, right? So let's see that. We will take one wire from the NO input of your push button that will be connected to the contactor NO terminal, and the output of that will go to the A1. That you can also connect to the your output of push buttons NO, right? Because the line is same. Now I'll show you how I have done it. Okay, practically I'll show here. So simply you can see here that connection I have done here. So here I have taken one wire from the input that I have connected to the terminal of your NO. Now the output I have connected to the A1. Here you can simply say that I have connected to your A1. Okay, now that loop has been connected for the holding. We could do also one thing here, the output of your NO terminal of contactor can be connected to the output of your NO push buttons terminal. Okay, that we could also do because the line is same. Now controlling connection has been done. Now we will talk about the power here, right? So we will do the power connection here now. Okay, so what we will do, we will make the loop of the line wire. Here you can see that I have connected the output of the contactor to the input of the MPCB. Here you can see here simply, okay, that is the line wire. Now same I'll connect the neutral. Okay, the input we have already connected to your contactor. Now the output will be connected to the your L3 of the MPCB, that we have already done. Okay, I hope you understood till here. In MPCB, the load should be equal in L1, L2, L3 and T1, T2, T3, right? If your load will be unbalanced, so what will happen, that your MPCB may be tripped. Okay, it will be simply tripped. That's why we balance the load. Okay, we know that in overload situation it will be tripped, but if it will be unbalanced, then also it will be tripped, right? But in single phase we have only two wire, the line and neutral. Okay, so what we will do here to balance the load, so what I'll do here, I'll simply connect the line and neutral wire of the motor to the T1 and T2, right? Okay, now what I'll do, I'll take one wire, okay, neutral wire, and I'll connect that wire to the T3 terminal to the L2 terminal. Okay, so what will happen then, your load will be balanced. Okay, that's I'll show you here. That you can simply see first the neutral from the T3 that has been connected to the L2. Okay, that is very simple. I hope you understood about it. Please pay your attention here. The input, the neutral input to your MPCB is at L3, then the output of that we have connected to the L2, and okay, that we have connected. Now what we will do, simply we will connect the motors line and neutral. Okay, that we will connect, and after that you will see that your load has been balanced. Just pause the video and then check the connection and you will understand that the load has been balanced, right? So the line is connected at the T1 and the neutral is connected to the T2. Okay, this is the wire of the motor. Okay, that you have understood, right? So if we do not do that, so what will happen, that simply your load will be unbalanced and your MPCB could be tripped, right? So now what I do, I simply on the power. So here I have on the power, and here we will also check the power at the input, how much the power is coming here. So here I have a multimeter. Okay, with the help of the multimeter I'll check the power, right? So I hope you understood it here. So now we have just opened on our multimeter. Now we will check that how much voltage is coming here. So if you will see, the voltage is around here 210, right? So 210 the voltage is coming here. Okay, that's okay. So what was my input voltage? That was 210 volt. As I'll push the NO push button, so first I'll just open your or on your MPCB, so you will see that your contactor has been on and your motor is running, right? So as I'll close my NC push button, means as I'll press it, so your contactor will be off, okay, and your motor will be closed. Same I can do it again. As I have pressed my NO push button, your contactor will be on, your MPCB is already open. Now what will happen, as your MPCB will be tripped, so as your MPCB will be tripped, so your motor will be stopped. That's why we have used here, right? That's why it is a protection device. Then manually you will have to on the MPCB, right? That's how you can protect your single phase induction motor with MPCB. You can protect it from overvoltage or unbalanced load, right? I hope you understood about this video. You have understood about the connections. If you have any doubt in this video about connections, so you can let me in the comments box. I'll give the reply as soon as possible, but I'll definitely give the reply because I read all the comments, right? If you have any suggestion, if you have any doubt in any topic, please let me in the comments box. Thanks for watching. Till then, keep learning.